Today on Public Eye News, traffic changes comes to US 41 and a violent protest in Hong Kong expected to escalate.
Devontae Stein will have our forecast, and later Todd Rose has a look at our sports. Hi, I'm Maya Kurth.
And I'm Joseph Sigourney, and this is Public Eye News. ASNMU has discontinued the Dozing Discounts program. The Dozing Discounts program was established in 2005 by an ASNMU off-campus representative who contacted hotels to secure discounted rates for students traveling throughout the Midwest. Though the last decade, the program has not been updated, so contacts have been lost along the discounts. During the 2018 and 19 academic year, the Wildcat Wallet was reestablished. This program allows for students to receive discounts at the businesses in the Marquette community. The Two Books, Two Communities program has organized October community events in Marquette and Muizening that revolve around this year's Great Lakes themed selections. The Living Great Lakes by Jerry Dennis and Harborless, a collection of poems by Sidney Hunter Morgan. The following events are free and open to the public. Tuesday, October 1st, Alger Underwater Preserve presentation with director Pete Lindenquist. 6 p.m. at the Muizening Library, Wednesday, October 9th. Author Jerry Dennis will give a noon presentation at the Muizening High School Gymnasium before traveling to Marquette to lead a 4 p.m. writing workshop at NMU's Olson Library. And at 7 p.m., a presentation with question and answer session will be at the Northern Center on campus.
Traffic delays are expected on M28 and US 41 due to the construction on the Marquette Roundabout project. Traffic is expected to be slowed down to 2 lanes. Currently, construction is focused on the south side of the highway as further plans of a multi-use tunnel are being made. The current construction of the highway and tunnel costs are estimated at $10.9 million. The Moosewood Nature Center in Marquette had an open house this Sunday to celebrate the brand new 420-gallon aquarium. This aquarium is for Sheldon, an eastern snapping turtle. Sheldon is aged at 7 to 9 years old and is expected to live to at least 30 years old. The Moosewood Nature Center will be holding a Haunted Bog Walk fundraiser on October 25th and 26th. This money being raised from this event will go towards animal care and purchasing habitats like Sheldon's.
A Curtis man is dead after his pickup truck was found crashed in a ditch Saturday night. According to the Michigan State Police St. Ignace Post, a driver found a pickup truck crashed in the ditch off H33 in Portage Township near Curtis at 11:19 p.m. Saturday. The driver was 64-year-old Ronald Wigan and was pronounced dead on the scene. Police say the investigation is ongoing and it is currently unknown if drugs or alcohol were a factor in the crash. 49-year-old Jason Sadowski is back in court Wednesday afternoon for a pre-trial hearing. Sadowski is facing life in prison for the charge of homicide, open murder in the death of his roommate, Timothy Mosder. Sadowski pled not guilty, and the case will head to trial. And right after the break, we'll be back with national and international news.
Spain, 1977. The Pact of Forgetting decrees a state-imposed amnesia of Franco-era crimes.
Las personas no olvidan tan fácilmente, aun queriendo.
A country still divided over its fascist history learns that you can't force people to forget. The Silence of Others on POV.
Tonight at 10 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back. Authorities are currently looking for the remains of a 28-year-old man who jumped off a skywalk over the Grand Canyon on the Hualapai Reservation. The skywalk was built in 2007 and is a popular tourist destination. The skywalk has an estimated vertical drop of about 500 to 800 feet and has been the place of many fatalities throughout the years. Every year, about 10% of U.S. adults fall for a fraud. New research reveals how a victim connects to a scam can make big difference on whether or not they lose the money. Meg Oliver reports.
Dee Emerson was job searching online and thought she found the perfect fit.
I was excited, the money and to be able to work from home. That was a great opportunity.
The offer was a data entry work from home position. The company hired her and said they'd send a $50 check to pay for equipment.
When I received the check, it was for $4,700.
Emerson became suspicious and after looking into it, discovered it was a scam. It's believed the check was a fake and the people behind it probably wanted her to deposit the check, then send back $4,000 before it bounced.
I'm just glad I went with my instincts.
Emerson didn't fall for the scam, but plenty of people do. New research from the Better Business Bureau finds around 1 out of 4 people who fall for employment and fake check frauds lose money. Victims of online purchase scams, which involve buying products that never show up, are number 1.
Anybody can be targeted and victimized by fraud.
Gary Matola with the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority says people are more likely to engage and lose money in a scheme when they connect with the con through social media or a website. Researchers also found people who live alone and don't have people to talk to are at higher risk.
Not talking to someone about a potentially fraudulent offer is problematic and leads to higher victimization rates.
Matola says knowledge is power. People who didn't fall for a scam already knew about it from news reports or word of mouth. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
California's governor signed a first-in-the-nation law Monday that will let college athletes hire agents and make money from endorsements, a move that could upend amateur sports in the U.S. and trigger a legal challenge. Under the law, which takes effect in 2023, students at public and private universities in the state will be allowed to sign deals with sneaker companies, soft drink makers, or other advertisers and profit from their names and likeliness, just like the pros. Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom and others cast the laws as an attempt to bring more money fairness to the big money college sports and let athletes share in the wealth they create for their schools. Violence in Hong Kong is expected to escalate as China celebrates its 70th anniversary of communist rule tomorrow. CBS Tina Kraus is in London with the latest on growing tensions.
Hong Kong is in cleanup mode after one of the most intense days in 17 weeks of protests. Police arrested more than 150 people in violent clashes Sunday. Angry demonstrators tore down patriotic Chinese signs, railing against what they call a slow erosion of their democratic freedoms.
I will not give up, and I will continue to convince others not to give up, to keep fighting for what we deserve to have.
On the eve of China's 70th anniversary of communist rule, President Xi Jinping said Hong Kong should be allowed to manage its own affairs and has China's full support to become a better place. But many in Hong Kong resent China's Communist Party and believe the rights they enjoyed under a policy of one country, two systems are fading away. Pro-democracy protesters are expected to be back on the streets of Hong Kong Tuesday despite a police ban, as Beijing tries to keep the focus on its National Day of celebration. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
This Friday, fans across the country are getting ready for the premiere of the new Joker movie Friday. Joaquin Phoenix is starring as the Joker in the movie and underwent a drastic change for this role. He lost over 52 pounds, and because of it, he believes that it altered the way he emotionally prepared for the role. The movie is about Arthur Fleck, the middle-aged deranged man who becomes the face of the Joker. The movie is rated R and isn't recommended for kids and has strong themes of violence and language. And after this break, we'll have weather and sports.
These trees went for miles and miles and miles. They're trees of all sizes, all ages. Settlers wrote about traveling through these huge pine forests, these vast pine forests. You know, somewhere I carry with me a memory of something that I've never really seen.
Longleaf, the Heart of Pine, Wednesday afternoon at 3.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm Devontae Stein here with your weather for today. If you take a look behind me, it started to clear up a little bit as it was raining earlier as classes are getting out. If you take a look at current conditions for today, it's a bit rainy. Temperatures of 58 degrees, winds blowing from the south at 11 miles per hour, pressure about 29.89 and falling. As we look into tonight, it should be partly cloudy with a low of 63 degrees, winds southwest 12 miles an hour. As we look into tomorrow now, it's going to be a bit cloudy with a high of 68 degrees, winds north-northwest at 15 degrees. And as we look across the UP, in the Sault Ste. Marie, it's a bit thunderstorms with 56 degrees. Over in Manistee, it's raining with 60 degrees. Escanaba, cloudy, 62 degrees. Menominee, cloudy with 65 degrees. On my other side here, we got Iron Mountain, 60 degrees. Ironwood, 71 degrees, partly cloudy. Up in Houghton, it's 60 degrees and cloudy. And back here in Marquette, 58 and rainy. Looking ahead to the next couple of days, Wednesday we have a high of 50 degrees and a low of 45 degrees with a little bit of clouds. Thursday we have a high of 48 degrees and a low of 43 with some rain. And Friday there's a high of 51 and a low of 40 and partly cloudy. And Todd, I hear you're telling us about how the NMU women's volleyball team did over the past weekend.
Yeah, that's right, Devontae. The Northern Michigan University volleyball team opened up its home season this weekend with 2 losses both Friday and Saturday night. In Friday's game, the Wildcats took on Lake Superior State University, where they dropped the first 2 sets before winning the third. The Lakers would take the 4th set and match win. It was the first Wildcat loss to the Lakers since 2005. Saturday night, the Cats showed up much stronger to battle the Saginaw Valley State University Cardinals. That match went to the full 5 sets, with SVSU edging the Cats 18-16 to take the match win. The Cats are back on the road to face Ferris State, who's ranked number 16, and Northwood University this upcoming weekend. Over on the football field, the story wasn't much better for the Wildcats as they fell 38-10 against the undefeated number 2 ranked Ferris State. However, there were several positive takeaways from the game as the Cats never turned the ball over. The same can't be said for the Ferris State team, who turned the ball over 5 times with 5 fumbles, all of which were recovered by NMU. Despite this, Ferris still managed to grab the victory. The Cats return to action this upcoming weekend at the Superior Dome against Wayne State University, and that will be Family Day at the Dome. And only 3 teams remain undefeated following Week 4 action in the NFL. Both the Kansas City Chiefs and New England Patriots sit at 4-0, while the San Francisco 49ers are at 3-0. While the 49ers had a bye this week, the Patriots and Chiefs were both in action, with the Patriots defeating the Buffalo Bills 16-10 and the Chiefs taking down the Detroit Lions 34-30. The final Week 4 game is tonight as the winless Cincinnati Bengals take on the winless Pittsburgh Steelers. And barring a tie, one of those teams will leave tonight's game with their first win of the season. Kickoff for that game is at 8:15 on ESPN. And that's sports, but Maya, I hear you got an interesting story about something that happened in New Mexico.
I do. In New Mexico, a fishy case has been unfolding involving $4,000 worth of koi fish. A video camera from Melissa D'Angelico's home shows that $4,000 worth of koi fish, which were 10 koi fish, were stolen over the past couple months. And no footage has been shown of the exact man, and no arrests have been made yet. All right, and that's all the time we have on Public Eye News. Thank you so much for watching.
The preceding program was produced in studios located in the Edgar L. Hardin Learning Resources Center by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television.
Spain, 1977. The Pact of Forgetting decrees a state-imposed amnesia of Franco-era crimes.
Las personas no olvidan tan fácilmente, aun queriendo.
A country still divided over its fascist history learns that you can't force people to forget. The silence of others on POV.
Tonight at 10 on WNMU TV.